These commercials were made, aired once, and then disappeared forever. Too offensive, too disturbing, or just too real. Here are 10 ads that went way too far. Pepsi Kendall Jenner protest ad. It was meant to promote unity. Instead, it became a global backlash. In 2017, Pepsi aired a commercial starring Kendall Jenner walking out of a photo shoot to join a street protest. With police standing off against protesters, Kendall hands an officer a can of Pepsi, and tension magically disappears. The ad was slammed for trivializing real protests and social justice movements. Critics called it tone deaf, especially during a time of real unrest. Pepsi pulled the ad within 24 hours and issued a public apology, but the internet doesn't forget. IKEA Ghost Baby. It aired once in Sweden and was never seen again. IKEA released a 30-second ad featuring a woman in her bathroom taking a pregnancy test. As she flushes it, a ghostly toddler suddenly appears behind her, staring. The implication? She flushed away a child that could have existed. The ad was meant to be dark humor, but viewers called it disturbing, manipulative, even traumatic. IKEA quietly pulled the ad, but not before it leaked online, where it still creeps people out to this day. Volkswagen suicide bomber. It's only 20 seconds long, but it was enough to spark outrage across the world. The ad shows a man in Middle Eastern attire parking a Volkswagen outside a cafe. He hits a switch, an apparent suicide bombing, but the car is so well built, the explosion stays entirely inside. The message? Small but tough. Volkswagen denied creating the ad, calling it an unauthorized viral stunt, but no one ever officially claimed responsibility. To this day, it remains one of the most controversial commercials ever made. Mountain Dew Felon lineup. This ad was called the most racist commercial in history. In 2013, Mountain Dew, under PepsiCo, ran a bizarre ad featuring a police lineup of black men and a talking goat accused of assaulting a white woman. The goat, voiced by rapper Tyler, the creator, screams threats at the woman, who then refuses to testify. Critics called it a toxic mix of racial stereotyping and casual violence. The backlash was so swift, Mountain Dew didn't just pull the ad, they erased the entire campaign. KFC Big Bite. Sometimes it's not the message, it's the sound. This UK KFC ad featured a woman chewing on crispy fried chicken loudly. No music, no voiceover, just aggressive amplified chewing. It triggered viewers with sensory issues, some reporting nausea, anxiety, or disgust. Others just found it gross and off-putting. KFC was flooded with complaints and pulled the ad for being sonically disturbing. Yep, banned for how it sounded. Skittles mother. Skittles is known for weird commercials, but this one pushed it too far. The ad shows a grown man still being breastfed by his mother, but instead of milk, he's drinking Skittles from her. Intended as absurd humor, the ad instead drew outrage for being disturbing, over-sexualized, and wildly inappropriate. Skittles pulled it almost immediately, but it still floats around on dark corners of the internet. Benetton death row inmates. Fashion and execution in one campaign. Benetton, an Italian clothing brand, launched a 2000 campaign featuring real death row inmates, photographed in high fashion lighting. The message sparked discussion about capital punishment, but many saw it as exploitative, glamorizing murderers while ignoring victims. Several US states sued the company. The campaign was shut down and never repeated. Toyota possessed girl. You expect jump scares in horror movies, not in car ads. Toyota aired a commercial in Japan featuring a couple driving at night. A girl appears in the back seat with a demonic face and screams directly into the camera. Viewers reported panic attacks, nightmares, even injuries from jumping in fear. The ad was pulled and replaced, but some say it worked a little too well at grabbing attention. Levi's swinging bodies. Some ads make statements, others cross a line. Levi's released an ad showing people dancing in what looked like a warehouse, until the camera pulled back. They weren't dancing, they were hanging from nooses and swinging in rhythm. The intent was to show people breaking free from conformity, but it sparked outrage for imagery that resembled lynching and suicide. It was immediately pulled and Levi's issued an apology. United colors of Benetton Pope and Imam kiss. One photo, global outrage. Benetton released a print ad showing the Pope kissing an Egyptian imam on the lips. It was digitally altered, meant to symbolize peace, but many called it offensive, sacrilegious, and manipulative. The Vatican threatened legal action. Benetton pulled the ad, but not before millions had seen it, and for some that was the whole point. These commercials were banned for being offensive, dark, or just plain bizarre. But ask yourself this, if the goal was to get people talking, did they actually win?